Hello and welcome to the Beefy Boys Bud Club Podcast, episode 30. This is Vito, and I'm joined here with Christian and
Gib.
And today is the interview with a vampire.
Yeah.
We are thrilled to get Gib on the show. You know, we've talked about you before, and we've mentioned that that one night, or the one day I went in to close up shop, and the fucking power was out, and the fucking warped spoon.
They keep saying that, like, I jammed the thing, and, like, I didn't put a piece of fucking metal in.
I mean, the thing is if you were to stick that thing into the outlet on its own, one, that fucking thing would explode. Two, you would explode too.
It was melted at 2 points. I saw the thing,
but
it's like tin and copper, and it was a spreading spoon. But I was using that. I had like there's a little door jam thing. And I'm like, I'll just use that, and I was doing that, but it was pretty close. It was like about an inch, and it just caught, just
boom.
Arced.
Fuck.
And it's one of those things that you never live down. One time I shot myself. First day on the job at a new department at this at Woodinville Lumber. I shot myself in the leg with a 3-inch fucking framing nail.
Oh man! Fuck.
Like maybe half an hour into the shift. But right before that, I shot myself through the thumb. And just put it down like I scratched myself list thing. I'm like, that's embarrassing. Couldn't get any worse than that.
When I worked at Home Depot, you know, we were doing some dumb shit. We had those like tackers where you would like, you know, it's like a stapler that you like whack shit with, and it just staples it. And so when we had that, it was always whacking people behind the legs with it in the summertime, stapling the old calves.
Why don't you just use a fucking staple gun?
Ooh.
You actually put a staple in a dude's calf?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been stapled so many times in my life. When I was in 8th grade.
Wait, like
legitimately,
the
like
actual brad
hammer tack stapler right to the calf.
All the way in.
Quick. Ooh, that spiked like crazy. But yeah, it was just like pop. Damn. And sorry for the dog noise, folks. We still can't afford a studio because we're a bunch of broke bitches. But
don't apologize. It's so comfortable in here.
It's natural, man.
It's way better.
Hey, if you're comfortable, I'm happy.
This is Beefy Boys, the all-natural podcast, okay?
Oh, natural. You should smell it in here.
Kettle One on ice.
Broadcasts stink. It is wafty.
Is it stinky in here?
No, just
I mean, it's like 90% me if it is.
I smell like a distillery.
I probably smell like swamp ass, so...
Dude, there ain't nothing wrong with natural beef.
Hey.
I'll tell you.
All natural beef, 100% natural organic.
If I can smell you, I'm not even mad. I'm proud of you. Like, that means you were working.
You know what, dude? I think that smell doesn't really matter to me much unless you're, you know, because I go to the gym pretty frequently.
Today I fucking smashed it at work.
I go to the gym pretty frequently now. Like, you know, before I decided to do this health thing and I was a fat retard pretty much. Yeah, I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. And I was always nervous about being like the guy that kind of has a funk because I'm a big guy. I sweat a lot.
Next to the microphone.
And I will. I'll introduce the beer in just a second. But dude, ever since I've been going to the gym, we go to LA on Aurora. There's a lot of
you're either like a skinny wafer.
There's a lot of fucking people there that have funk. And I just don't think I don't think body funk matters in an atmosphere like that. And even
you're there to work out.
Yeah. But, like, when clothes smell mildewy and shit, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with the mildew shit.
Have you ever thrown on a t-shirt that you just didn't realize? Like, fuck, I think my fucking sister came and grabbed my laundry, like, a couple months ago. And she must have just left it, like, just all my darks.
Yeah, just all in the wash.
Yep. And then still dried it. And it just dried it into it. I had to throw away, like, a pair of jeans, too. Like, I couldn't get it out.
That's a bummer. Yeah, dude, when I went camping once... and left swim shorts in with a pair of or it was like 2 or 3 pairs of shorts. Had to throw it all out. Swim shorts, everything. Just because I forgot about it. It was summer. It was like 90 degrees for like a week straight.
4 hours to sit in moisture. As far as most fabrics go, right? Like 4 hours, I think. Then it's going to start getting funky.
Yeah. You got to wash that shit.
Well, then we're fucked at work because there's no AC.
Yeah, fuck that. No AC in a kitchen is torture.
I sweat through my fucking coat today.
Vito's got
the fucking coat today.
Vito's got fucking swamp rot.
Yeah.
So sponsored by Swamp Rot.
Dude,
get some baby powder
Lucy
now.
Was talking about
you need a
air
gold
conditioning
bonds.
with Ryan, and
I talked to him
he was actually entertaining it. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen. We've been waiting for AC in that department for a while.
Nodding and kind of, I'm like, oh, that's like, you were a good liar.
We had a fan in there. We actually had a fan in there in the summer of 16. We had a fan in there, and it was a little fan that was gifted to us.
It makes a difference, dude.
And so we had that fan in there. It was blowing nice.
It?
No, it's gone. And I'll tell you what happened to it.
What'd you do?
It got spotted and thrown in the garbage. So our fucking fan was thrown in the dumpster and
Spotted
it
by,
was gone.
like,
Spotted by our old safety guy. He's a real piece of shit. I won't say his name, but even the new safety guy's a piece of shit too. I won't say his name either. Anyway,
Who else could it be?
I'm cracking this year's. I'm cracking this year's. I'm cracking this year's rock and roll beer, as Gib called it.
Dude, that's...
And it's Miller Lite, my favorite. You know, I'm a country guy. I love listening to country music. I love writing country music, and I love hearing it. And I'm also a rock and roll guy. So I get the best. I get country music. Oh, you didn't?
No, like young country stuff.
Like
you didn't?
Like old school style country, folk music, all that shit.
Do you like some Buck Owens?
I love Buck Owens. You know who one of my favorite is
like my favorite song of all time.
One of my all-time favorites is Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard will always be one of my favorites. Yeah. And Chris Christopherson is probably my favorite country artist of all time. Not only because he was in the Blade trilogy, you know, those Blade movies. I fucking love those Blade movies.
What?
He was in the Blade movies.
Whistler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He had the janky leg.
Yep, they called him Old Man. He was in that. He was in that whole series.
Watch that movie again, man.
Oh, you fucking love it.
Yeah, he was in the first two at least. Yeah, I think because Daryl from fucking Walking Dead kills his ass in the second one.
I remember that.
That's freaking Benicio
del Toro.
No, the other no.
Or no.
The other one.
No.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like director for that. Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo.
Benicio del.
That's my favorite Spanish name.
Benicio del Toro's like.
Guillermo.
That's some good fucking names.
Benicio del Toro's the dude who's like.
Guillermo are fucking good names, dude.
Dude, it sounds like something you'd name.
You'd fuck.
Yeah.
You'd fuck. Oh yeah, if your name was Guillermo. So I have it's funny because I actually have an Instagram post with my brother. We were outside of the Little Red Hen. Big shout out to those guys. I love that fucking place. But my brother and I were out there, right? You know, everybody's smoking cigarettes and shit. And he and I,
on a weekend,
what's that?
On a weekend?
On a weekend.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all the time. We used to hit that place pretty consistently. Come in the summertime, we usually always go there. Wintertime, we tend to back off to our like Edmonds dives and shit like that. But in the summertime, we always hit the Red Hand because it's so close to home. So everybody can either Uber or if you're like me, end up walking, or Mark, end up walking and almost freezing to death. One of those types of deals.
Wow.
If you can make it home for $20, that's
easy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And so we had an Instagram post of my brother and I out there, and I said our names were Guillermo and Mezcal, and it actually turned out to be one of my most.
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Wait, you don't pronounce the L in Guillermo, right?
No.
Oh, you're being facetious.
Yeah.
Guillermo. And Mezcal. And so Mezcal, I got that nickname because I have a fucking Scorpion Mezcal straw hat that my buddy Connor got to me. He just fucking brought it out. It's not an actual scorpion. It's it's one of those little cheap vodka hats, or not vodka, tequila hats. And it's fucking awesome, because I have it somewhere, but I don't know where the fuck it is. Once I find it, I'm gonna be rocking that bitch all over again.
Yeah, you got it.
Besides that, and my beanies and my cowboy hat, that's all I fucking wear. But I just got into visors, so now I'm one of Joe's douchebag references.
How much swag do you come back with when you go to Mexico?
Oh, dude, fucking, you come back with the biggest dick energy you've ever had in your life. You come back from Mexico feeling like a baller because you spent so much pesos, but you didn't spend that much dollars, I guess. Yeah. But, you don't feel that way when you come back from vacation towns.
Hey, Bobby.
Because when you're in vacation towns, you tend to spend just about as much. Cabo's great. It's fun. But it's more Americanized than it used to be. So now, my idea of Mexico is like, big time Mexico. Mexico City. If you go to Mexico City, you're... Man, I'm telling you.
I was there for a day and a half almost because I missed my flight because people thought I was afraid to fly. So they just kept feeding me Xanax. And they kept, wake up, come on, we got to keep going. They keep moving the gate. And then I woke up and no one woke me up. And it was like just I was 8 hours late.
Holy shit!
And I was like, fuck it.
Fuck.
But my
think
buddy
you're the
Brendan
only-
was in Mexico City. I went and just drank with him for a couple hours.
I think you're the only person I know who's gotten decent sleep in an airport. I guess it takes a
dude.
bunch of Xanax.
I think like collectively, like 2 full bars is Zanny. Like,
Fuck.
how do people like?
Oh, God.
Dudes be like, fucking yeah, I got them Zans. Like it doesn't. It's not like a high. I don't. Why the fuck?
Oh, it's
I'm
like
so
it's just
enthusiastic about it.
like rapping about fucking Benadryl.
Yeah,
Like-
it just makes me say
Me
thank
and
you
my
to
me
everyone.
and my bitches taking Benadryl. You know, you're just gonna fall asleep.
Next time you take a Valium or a Xanax, count how many times you thank people just for no reason. Just
Thank you.
dude, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Dude, that's just how I
Thanks,
existed
bro,
naturally.
yeah. Well, you're just a solid dude. Christian and I, we don't have to be as polite as you.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly pretending, but
Oh yeah, it's we are in the service industry.
yeah, exactly.
It's all
Yeah.
pretending, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're in the service industry, all
I'm
you're
in a
doing is
service
pretending.
RPG, okay?
But one thing I will say about the service industry is it does teach you to appreciate people. Because you and I were talking waiting yesterday. So veiny.
I put on
You
like
know, it
20
re-
minutes of that when I was waiting.
It really makes you fucking think that if you fuck with people who are handling your food, you really don't know what the chances are that they're fucking with your food.
Yeah.
And obviously at a place like, where we work, we can't get away with it. I mean, there's no way we would ever do that. And
Yeah.
personally, I feel like I could never do what they do in waiting. I think it's
Yeah.
hilarious, but I could
Yeah.
never do that to somebody's food.
Yeah.
Me neither ever.
Sarcasm.
So veiny. But I would do that. I would play that
Oh
game.
yeah, you can dig around and mess with your.
And
coworkers.
back in the day,
There's
back
not
in
a
the
lot
day,
of
we did
camaraderie
used to
back
play.
there, notice that?
Back in the day, without my fucking coworkers, we'd play that game with my group of friends. You go walking into the bedroom and there's a fucking bat wing
Just
spread
dawning
out,
out,
just
dude.
all
Yeah.
veiny fucking bat wing just looking right at you. You're like, God damn. And then you get kicked in the ass. And the big famous one was, their famous one, the goat. If you could pull off the goat,
Shout out to Ghost
That's a
on the
fruit basket.
podcast.
shout out to
The
goats on the
regular-
podcast.
When I grew up, it was
Goats
called
are
the fruit
regular.
basket because it's the mangina when you tuck it, but when you turn around and show them, it's the fruit basket. And then when they called it a goat, I'm like,
Oh my God.
Louis Goose, why is it a goat? I don't
He
understand
knows
why they
he
call it.
knows what a fruit basket is.
Yeah.
Probably the writers didn't, but you definitely know that Louis Goose is
Yeah, but he gets away with like a bunch of like just improv lines and a bunch of
fucking dude.
He was
Louis
the only
Guzman is
reason I
fucking
watched
great.
the Narcos series. And like the first one was like I already know the story, and plus I just watched a documentary on it.
Right.
Like they have like a lot of really good footage on the investigations and like straight up like CIA cameras
On the
and shit.
documentary that you watched?
Yeah,
Or
like
'cause
just weeks.
I only
leading up
watched
to,
one
like, the
season.
first Narcos. The new
only
one's
watched one
really
season.
good though. The one with,
Mexico.
Yeah.
yeah, so Narcos Mexico is really good. It's got that what's that kid? He's from Mexico City. He was in
Are you talking about the
Mama
fucking the satanic Hispanic? He was in Ant-Man and shit. I know who you're talking about.
No. That's. Oh yeah, he's in it too.
Yeah.
So he's a DEA guy, and he finally gets like the spot he wants, and they move him down into like God, I can't. It's like a really you'd know the word if you heard it, but like the region. This guy's growing grass. But the bad guy, or I don't know if it's a bad guy. He's like the hero. He's the main narrative is following Diego Luna.
Oh.
Yeah. YouTube Mama Bien and fucking
Okay. I thought you were talking about fuck. Let me see if I can pull his name up real quick.
Michael
Fucking
Pena.
shout outs and hashtags.
That's it. That's
Pena,
it.
Pena,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Pena.
So he's the DEA guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's funny as shit in the Ant-Man movie though.
Yeah, I think Michael Pena's got. I think that guy's got a
He's
pretty
got some
solid
chops, too.
career. He's got a pretty solid career
What was
so
that like
far.
Training Day type movie with him and Gyllenhaal? Like that was
End of Watch. End of
that was
Watch.
dark.
I've never
that was
sat.
dark.
I've never sat there in a fucking $2 theater, crying my fucking ass off. Well, I was there with I was there with my cousin. I was there with my two cousins on my dad's side of the family. So it's like,
Are you tight with your cousins?
oh, absolutely.
And you're watching this thing with this.
We're all
camaraderie.
watching this shit. Dude, and the emotions all take over, and then like 3 fucking dudes are just sitting there crying. I always think it's funny when you go and see a movie.
That's,
You go and see a movie, and girls will cry in movies. They do. They tend to do.
Yeah.
But guys will only cry in movies when it hits their fucking spot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when I watched American Sniper, with Bradley Cooper about Chris Kyle. You know, everybody knows what happened to Chris Kyle because it was, you know, it was fucking tragedy.
Yeah.
He's helping out veterans, and one of the veterans was just absolutely insane, shot Chris Kyle. Chris Kyle is a big war hero, you know. People these days don't like...
before or after he made the movie?
Well, he was making the movie with him. He was actually working with Clint Eastwood making the movie.
It's like during production?
Yep, during production he got killed.
Oh.
And, you know, he had released his book. Everybody was big on the book. You know, people don't like to hear war hero anymore. You know, when people hear the term war hero, they generally tend to bash him and hate him and all that shit. But,
That's
dude,
fucked up
I
stuff.
take the fucking...
It does that at the ass end of most wars. Like when they came back from Vietnam, they're just like...
Absolutely, man. And I think it's shitty. I think it's shitty the way that...
Most of them were drafted, too. Like, dude.
Yeah, fuck. And so, you know, what happened to Chris Kyle was a tragedy.
You gotta respect your soldiers, even if...
You gotta take care of them.
People behind
Gotta
them.
take care
You
of
gotta keep up on the mental health.
100%.
Jesus Christ, man.
Even
we put them
if
through
the people
hell,
behind
And you know
the
that's what
military
they were working on. They were working
fucked.
on these guys' mental health, and that's what Chris
that
Kyle
was
was
his
big
job.
on.
He was like,
Yeah, he was working on it. He
Trying
was
to have them,
working.
like,
He was working
assimilate
with
into society and
soldiers
shit.
who were trying to get back into the groove of being civilians.
You
and
can't blame the soldiers for the fuckheads who sent them to war.
I mean that's a big thing. Is you know, well a lot of times these guys is now, you know, there hasn't been a draft since Vietnam, so a lot of the people do volunteer to serve
Dude, if I
for the
got
country.
drafted, I would fucking kill myself. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what I would do with myself.
You know what's crazy is my old 8th grade teacher actually got drafted into Vietnam.
Wow.
But he said that when he went in for the physical, he said that he was so fucking scared and so nervous, his heart was fucking like out of control.
so his blood, they couldn't even get in just
They-
with a
they-
common physical? Like,
They diagnosed him with irregular heartbeat, and he couldn't go and fight in the war because he was
Remember
so
that.
fucking
Yeah.
spooked.
you're still no, dude, they won't draft my old ass.
They won't draft you.
Oh, hell no.
They won't
How
draft you.
old-
Well, you know,
was the draft again?
when I was 17, I was trying to join the Marines, man, and I had taken there were certain medications that like, and it's not like I'm fucking schizophrenic or nothing, but there's certain psychiatric
Right.
related medications that if you've been on them, like, nope, sorry, you can't
Yeah.
join the armed forces. Like, I could
It's
join the Navy.
because
They were
if
totally
you have
cool
a
with the Navy though.
if you have a mental disability, you can't
Yeah,
join
But
in the military.
years later, they're fucking sending me pamphlets. They really lowered their standards. All of a sudden, I was like, be a Marine. I'm like, dude, fuck you guys. You missed the boat. I would have been in Kosovo.
Damn.
Right.
You know,
Some crazy shit.
I knew somebody who
That's
was
how old I am.
I knew somebody who was an Army Ranger, and God, I'm telling you, you can tell the difference between somebody who's actually seen combat, somebody who hasn't seen combat, and then, you know, the people who have actually been in the shits. You can definitely tell the difference. And I'm telling you, this guy, because I've known two different people. I've known one Marine and one Army Ranger.
Do you remember that
This guy that was an Army
Jack
Ranger,
from the cheese?
like, oh yeah. He was a Marine
Yeah.
for a long fucking time,
Yeah.
and he never ever.
Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you know that's Dee's husband.
Oh shit!
Dee from, I didn't know that.
Really?
fucking
Carrie
awesome.
pointed that out. Yeah,
Oh,
like
it's fucking
little
sweet.
sweet D. I love that chick.
Yeah.
And now that I see it, isn't it the fucking cutest couple?
When
you
I
ever
was on
thought
my
of?
way out of Met
Yeah,
Market the
they're
first
fucking
time,
adorable.
when I was on my
Funny,
way out of work,
I'm fairly sure they're also friends with my fiance's grandma.
There was a lady of the girls that like girls persuasion
Yeah.
that said that
My dude?
that like she would switch for Jack.
damn,
Yeah, a younger gal too, not bad looking.
Shit.
Like any one of us would throw it at her, but like, nope.
Jack was cool.
She'd throw it at Jack though. She changed.
Jack
teams
was a
for
fucking cool
Jack.
cat. He was a cool cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a solid motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you know, you could tell that he was
He fucks.
the way that he was talking about his military career was.
Oh, yeah.
He was very vague. He never got into detail. Never got into detail. But you know that
Yeah, most combat dudes. Yeah,
you know that he would definitely have a conversation about it with somebody that he was in combat with,
Yeah.
or somebody that is a current Marine. But he wouldn't talk about it with with people like us who haven't been in the military. It's not that we're like they're seeing down on us, but it's we don't understand. We don't understand what they're going through. So I was just a kid when I knew this guy who was a Ranger, and I looked up to this guy. He was a fucking big role model to me. He was a big role model to my cousin, who's a frequent listener. Shout out to Ramon.
Shout
But
out.
we would always decide to we would always sit in the room and plan an ambush attack on this guy, and we're gonna get him, we're gonna go for his legs, and we're gonna take him down because he'd always challenge us you guys. He's like, You guys are never gonna fucking take me down.
2-on-1?
Ever. 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's like my brother Garrett.
So we would always set up something so nice. And dude, next thing I know, I fucking put in a chokehold. I was like 13, fucking passed out. Woke up and he's like, "You guys are never gonna be able to pull this off." I'm like, "God damn it!" And you know, he was never like abusive to us in any way or form or anything like that. He was fucking awesome, and he taught us so much shit. But whenever we talked about combat or military, he'd just tell you, "If you want to know so bad, go join." I'm like, "Well, I just want to know like what you did and like what it was like." And he's like, "If you want to know what it's like, you want to join, go join." He's like, that's all it is. I don't want to sit here and talk to you about it. You can go and find out for yourself. And it's like, yeah, I would never do that.
My buddy Andy,
I'm too spooked.
So he's like, when you're at a show and some asshole's like, not even just a phone, but like an iPad, hold it up and just blocking everybody's fucking view at a show.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
fuck that.
Dude, we all paid like $60 to get in the fucking show box. He's like, look, you don't get a hold of your phone. You want to see it?
Phone the event.
You got to go there. That was like I said, I didn't word it.
That's what I love
He's
about
much more
it.
articulate than me.
That's what I love
But
You
about
gotta
it.
be at the event. Don't phone it in.
Yeah. So yeah,
Just saying.
do you want to know about it? I'm not going to talk about killing people like to a civilian.
Yeah,
That's
no,
kinda
fuck
weird.
no.
Yeah,
You gotta
so,
be
like,
there. You gotta go
be
through
there,
the
yeah.
shits.
You're gonna hold up your fucking iPad and block people's view? No, suck my dick.
Dude, I fucking hate that shit.
You're
and
a shitty concert goer. And
You know-
you'll never make it as a Marine.
I think I did talk about that on a previous episode where those fucking assholes who one look down on people who are having a good time. So if you're like, when you go to like a country concert, a lot of people like hoot and holler, right? There's a lot of yeehaws and shit like that. I think if you're in the crowd and you look at somebody sideways for doing that, I think you're a fucking idiot because you pay for your ticket and you go to the show and you're having a good time. It's all about having a good time.
You came there to look and see things and hear things.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Especially
don't.
hear things, right?
A lot of people don't understand that shit. So it's like you're
Is it
there
especially Seattle?
to have a good time. Well, I don't know because I haven't been to a concert other than in Japan. I haven't been to a concert outside of Seattle. So, like,
Apparently, we have some of the cuntiest like showgoers.
and I think so too. I think so too. There are a bunch of
I
uptight
haven't really.
fucking, because what I've noticed is there's just a bunch of uptight fucking bullshit, and I don't know why. I don't know. I don't understand why people have to film the entire fucking show on Snapchat. I'll take one video, one picture, just to kind of have like that one little memory of it.
Yeah. Well, plus you're not.
You're not holding it up. You got to hold it down.
Like, yeah, I saw you with the camera out.
Yeah.
Guess where you were? Next to the fucking bar. Out of everybody's way.
Out of everybody's way.
Like,
Cameras.
Dude, my buddy Ben like films tons of shit. Like there's like all the good Scorpiknox footage from like it's my buddy Ben Shemkis, man. And he hits it on the side, doing shit. He's out of the way. He's not
ever in the.
he's not some fucking amateur blonde chick with his fucking iPhone up in the air. It's
If
just
you
so
do
annoying,
if you
man.
do want good footage from the middle, you got to go to the back.
Yeah.
You got to sacrifice your spot. You got to go to the back and you got to hit it. Unless
and
you're in
it's-
the.
and also no one wants to see it, by the way. No one wants to see a fucking phone footage of a concert, dude.
No, nobody does. The only reason why I film it is
shit.
because I want to see it, not everybody else.
Show Vito.
So
I want
it's
to see
like-
the look on his face at how disinterested he is in the fucking footage you took last night.
I got some good footage.
It's dumb.
I got some good footage, especially on my Snapchat. I got Hobgoblin on my
The only reason
Snapchat.
I'd be interested is because I haven't seen you in a show before.
Dude, we're supposed to
but-
play 45 minutes. And they're like, we're like how
They
many songs
did.
left?
They
And he's
cut
like,
you off short.
Oh yeah, we were 25 minutes. Yeah.
They cut you guys off short, and it was a fucking bummer.
We had the
But
rotating stages, so like they timed it wrong.
but I did. I saw you guys ask how much. I don't know how many songs you guys had on your set list, but I did.
can't remember.
I did see you guys ask how much time you have, and they definitely cut you guys short last night, which I don't understand. But
Yeah, we always end with the Pirates song for some reason. That's like it was jam.
I will say your guys' cover last night was a fucking hoot and holler, man. That was great. You guys
what'd they
covered,
cover?
Maniac.
yeah, Maniac.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. So
I thought that shit was hilarious, dude.
Devin and Massa, because it actually sounds really good music. Like little breakdowns on it. I'm like that sounds dope. But like that dude that sings that song is really high.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a fucking baritone, motherfucker. And so I'm like, it's just a steel town girl on a Saturday. It's just.
But I
feels
thought it
weird,
worked.
you know?
I thought
Did
it worked.
Did it sound okay?
Because I think if
Yeah.
you were going to try to pull off the high note, you would definitely have to try
Oh,
to do
yeah,
that
yeah.
in like a recording, like in a studio. Ugh. pardon me. You guys would definitely have to try that in the studio if you really wanted to pull it off. But
you
then
just don't
again,
record someone else's
but then again, I think if you really
Can't afford that.
you know, if you really think about it, if you went for the high note, it wouldn't have been as good because it wouldn't have been as funny and it wouldn't have been as natural. You know,
Wait,
you
is
hit
there a high
that
song on there?
you hit that shit as natural as possible. That shit was fun.
He fucking almost like note for note does the solo.
That shit was
Just
fucking awesome.
Bending, just corny.
I saw him hitting that solo.
Fuck.
That solo was fucking awesome.
Fucking
You know, a lot of your guys' solos were great.
That guy's
And
good, man.
my favorite song that
All
you
those
guys
dudes are really
performed,
talented.
my favorite song that you guys performed live last night was "Under the Skin." I think "Under the Skin" was the one that
you like
was
that
like
one?
best sounding, best overall. Like that was your
That
best.
sound dude, we've worked with that guy a bunch of times. There's a black cat that works there, and he's just like, wait, who are you guys? I'm gonna remember that. And then like when we talk to him, I'm like, which room are you in? Because he's our favorite guy. Because this
Right.
guy can be the guy that we had today can be kind of cunty, and he's not a bad dude. He's just not very good socially. He doesn't just some people don't have
right.
social skills.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't buy a sandwich off the guy. You know what I mean? Like you just like why is he so condescending? But I guess it makes sense for that. You know, being a sound dude at a
One thing I will say about the,
but he was good last night. He was so good. He used to give me shit for asking for more monitors. I'm like, dude, I really can't hear myself. He's like, that's too bad, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, you piece of shit.
The one thing I will say last night was, you know, because after your set, you came up, you asked me if you were flat. You guys sounded great. The only problem is I do think that the mixing on like the main vocals was a little off. I think that they kept you down a little bit. Plus, you had that divot in the microphone.
Kind of not their fault. Yeah, I was like, man, this just feels so comfortable. There's a little divot in the mic.
But fucking man, other
And
than
like,
that,
oh wait, and like by the last song, I was like, oh, just yeah.
the one thing I fucking loved
Being on
about it
stage
was
is weird. I'm
it was
still
just
not
like
used
it was just like your nitty gritty rock and roll show. You know, the sound was fun. It was a fucking blast. Rock and roll. Good guitar, good bass. You can hear the drums real well. Those drums are fucking
They
awesome.
mic them out so well.
Your
that
drummer,
room is just
your
really
drummer
good.
fucking rocks,
Aaron
dude.
fucking kills it, doesn't he?
I think everybody in that band, everybody in the Scorpiknox is great. And then, you know, you bring your character too. Like, had I had not known you in person,
We're all like just
I
best
still
friends.
would have enjoyed like watching you guys play because of the way that you guys play. It's just, it's all about having fun.
Oh,
It's
so
all
great.
about just making music. And I think that's what people tend to appreciate sometimes. Definitely last night when I saw it, it was fucking awesime.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we've
Lot
had
of-
a
lot
lot
of-
of shows.
lot of
That was a
funny
pretty
shit.
decent show, though. Yeah.
You guys were talking shit to each other on stage, and you guys were doing your thing. You guys you were dancing.
Because you didn't hear us fuck. You didn't hear anybody fuck up. Because you don't know us. But it's just like, shame. Just look of shame at like Masa for missing something. Oh, of course, Masa never misses a fucking thing. But like Aaron or Devin. And me, I miss everything. I improv all the lyrics every fucking show when we record.
Right.
Because you have to have them down. I mean, there's a premise.
Yeah.
And I think we were them down before.
But that's
that,
why you guys
like,
practice
But it's
so
like,
much,
fuck it. We don't practice very much. We practice like a week before the show every time. We don't have like just random practices. Now we are. Now it's not practices. Now we're writing songs again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And now we're having more fun because like,
Love to
dude,
hear that.
Maso's about out. You just see it. You're just like, it's just not fun anymore, man. Like you see it, and like now it's like he's enthusiastic again. It's just nice, man.
It's
like,
a good feeling when everybody starts
This
getting
is a
back
best
in
friend,
touch.
man. Like it's
Fuck
not
yeah.
like they didn't recruit me from somewhere. It's like I was like, dude, I'll try to sing in your band. I'm not a fucking singer, dude. these dudes shred.
Yeah, but dude, when you think about it, fucking, you know, a lot of singers in those rock and roll
There's a
bands,
lot of
there's a lot of
shitty
fucking
singers,
shitty
dude.
singers.
Ooh,
you
they're
know,
terrible.
Like one person that I would consider to be like a great singer is somebody like Scott Weiland. You know, like that's who I consider to be like a great singer. But then
and
you know,
just frontman in general, yeah.
you got fucking Vince Neil from Motley Crue. That, you know, even back in the day in their prime when they were making like their best music. Sure, the music is great. I love glam metal. It's fucking awesome. I love
yeah.
Motley Crue.
Well,
But the way that
there's some badass songs.
the
man.
way that
Like,
the way that he performs and the way that he brings it when he makes the music, that's what makes him stand out. And
yeah,
you know,
even if he's just bumping his fist,
yeah,
there's still-
he's
it's just never, there's
dancing
always energy.
around,
Like,
fucking
yeah.
running all over the
You don't
place.
have to sing well to sing rock and roll.
And you know, you just gotta have you You gotta you just gotta do it.
Or lounge.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Lounge.
I don't know, I'm like a loungy dude. Hit me on the karaoke, man. I'll bust out some like Bobby Darin, like, oh, that's what you should be doing. That's
Some fucking.
that's you. That's where your vocal range is. And like,
Karaoke's a real fucking hoot. I love karaoke.
I fucking love karaoke.
I gotta get Vito out. I gotta get Gib. You gotta come out with us.
What's your go-to?
My problem is I don't know any fucking lyrics to anything.
Like my go-to karaoke
You know
song.
they're like
Even within in front of me, I can't fucking
make them up, dude. Just fucking go for it.
Just go for
If
it.
you don't get it, just slug whatever's left in your glass.
You just get
and
exactly.
fucking
You
go.
just gotta be drunk enough so I can actually fucking.
Fuck
I gotta bring my buddy.
Being
Kenny with you, man.
being in karaoke, you gotta be fucked up.
Yo,
If you're not fucked up and you're up there singing songs,
Dude,
then
I
you're
was
trying
so fucked
too
up
hard.
on that 10-hour binge that I fucking like was singing somebody else's song while they were up there.
I watched my fucking cousin Ramon sing "Highway to the Danger Zone," and he had never heard that song before in his life. He has just heard the chorus. So
He's
during
heard
the
the song.
Danger zone.
he's
That
heard
shit
it.
is
Okay.
iconic. Yeah,
He's
but he
heard
doesn't-
it,
yeah.
but he doesn't
He never
know
owned
anything
the
other than
Top Gun or Kenny Loggins
"Highway
record.
to the Danger Zone." So when the fucking lyrics are posted up and he can't keep up with it because he doesn't know how it sounds or how it goes, he's just he's just fucking dancing around all over the place, acting like a maniac. It was the funniest shit I have ever seen.
That's how you do it.
But the bar fucking loved it. Everybody in that bar was fucking digging it.
Oh yeah.
And that's just because, you know,
just
if you
gotta be a
try
fucking
too hard
party,
during
man.
karaoke, you're a fucking nutcase.
See, my homie Kenny, man, he'll fucking just like think of like a James Brown song or something, or like a Archie Bell and the Bells, the fucking tighten up. It's whereas like the singer's just talking to the band. He's like, do this. But it's a karaoke machine. And my buddy
shit.
Kenny, shit faced to a bar full of 4 people, I think maybe, and I'm just. Like 5, including me, and I'm on my fucking side laughing because he's yelling at the fucking screen and telling it to do shit because he's fucking Archie Bell, like yelling at his bass player to fucking do them hits. Like, no,
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
The guy's yeah.
My buddy Mark is just kind of like that. You know, he'll sing a Prince song and he'll hit it. He'll hit that shit note for note, and he will do like the natural fucking. The natural sounds they make. If he does like a Michael Jackson song, he'll do the natural fucking Michael Jackson noises, all that shit. And I've definitely seen some people really be try hard during karaoke, and it kind of makes me sad in a way.
Yeah.
But I've definitely seen some people really fucking.
People who try hard at karaoke are people who just didn't get into bands they wanted to get into.
That's true.
Here's the thing: when you like someone that likes doing karaoke, that's just a fucking awesome singer. That's fucking rad.
That's rad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
Fuck
rad.
yeah.
I try not to rip on I don't like to rip on bad dancers either. Like I'm not fucking Barista Cop and nothing either. But like I'm not Turbo or Ozone. I'm not a very good, I'm not a terribly good dancer, but for a white dude I got a little bit of rhythm. It's good. So I just try. You're having a good time. That's good.
You fucking.
But sometimes sometimes karaoke is so fucking bad, man.
It really is. Oh, and I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen
is that
some of the
you?
worst. I've seen some of the worst, and I've seen some of the best.
Shout out to Benji the dog for fetching.
Yeah, Benji's fucking fetching toys here and shit.
Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Jess.
And we're the Deerfoot Sisters. Sorry to interrupt, but we have some breaking news.
We wanted to let you know that right now you're actually only listening to the second best podcast on planet Earth.
That's right. If you want to check out the world's best podcast, search Deer Feet on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, you know, all the regulars.
Dear Feet's a podcast featuring 2 sisters talking about life and all the kooky things it brings, like rhymes.
So when you're done listening to this episode, be sure to check out Deer Feet. Or you can just do it right now. Thanks!
This week's podcast is brought to you by the Beefy Boys. Just 3 cool dudes hanging out, talking about sports, video games, music, and whatever else they feel like. Find them at their website, www.beefyboys.com. Also, where you find your other podcasts, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, you know, all the regulars. The Beefy Boys, the best show on planet Earth.
So okay, so you said that your band was all about best friends and that kind of shit, you know. So
Fucking.
what got you guys started? Like, what was the one thing that you guys were like, you know what, fuck it, let's make a band, let's go to the studio, and because going to the studio and recording music is not any cheap deal,
The best part about anything that with that band is like we'd go dick around and like make some crappy song. And we're like, oh, we gotta get lyrics for that. It like just got like it kind of got a verse, chorus, verse, just like the foundation of a song. We're like, but now we need words. And I'm like, I already got this written down, and then those fuckers just start adding shit, and then we'll be at like the Old Peculiar or something like that, and then she's just these douchey fucking blonde frat cunts, and we're just like ah dude, and we're just like saying the words for them like as they're moving their lips, like oh dude, I just love your white hat. Oh dude, let me touch your dick, bro. Oh awesome. Date rape later? Not with the it's just we're just ripping on people. That's like most of the lyrics, and then make them like D&D and shit. There's a song about like not a very good song.
It's okay,
on the
Pledge.
album,
You can
but there's
relax.
like a straight up serial killer song.
Dude, the fucking D&D song is hilarious. I think that D&D song is funny.
That's hard to do though, dude. There's too much breath. It goes like first chorus.
The wizards in robes.
Dude, I fucking hate that song.
I fucking heard the Wizards in Robes. I
My buddy
fucking
Wes
laughed.
shows up to every show, and that's his favorite song. We have to do it every time.
Did
And
you
his
guys
girlfriend
play
likes
that last
Hobgoblin.
night?
Yeah, my buddy. Yeah, we played Hobgoblin. Yeah.
No, Hobgoblin.
Oh, we played AD&D. Yeah.
Okay,
And we
I
play
love
AD&D because his girlfriend Aaron likes that song.
But
she's
I love
adorable. I'll do whatever she
Hobgoblin.
wants.
I think Hobgoblin's one of my favorites. Do you not like Hobgoblin?
I love Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin's the shit.
Yeah. It's hard to just like breathe.
It was like the first time I heard that song, like just hearing the story of the Hobgoblin
Gib,
fucking made
a
me
smoker.
laugh.
It's hard to like breathe.
Well, not just like the breathe, dude. It's the guys give me shit for like not practicing. I'm like, yeah, you got your bass unplugged. You've got an acoustic guitar over there.
You gotta belt
Aaron's got,
belt your
two,
shit out.
Sets of electric practice drums and shit. Like, am I just gonna scream around my fucking apartment? Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I can go.
Yeah,
I can walk
screaming
around
at
and
your
croon
apartment.
around the apartment. I can walk around and sing fucking like "Some Boys Kiss Me" and have a fucking great time. But if I'm like singing at full volume for practice,
I can see where that
people
gets
get weird. Yeah,
tedious.
it's
I could
just
definitely
weird.
see
It's
where
not-
that gets
it's not
tedious.
It would be tedious if I actually tried to. I never fucking practiced.
But they're okay.
I'm terrible.
So maybe tedious was the wrong thing to say. I guess I could see where you're coming
If
from.
I started doing it,
because
it would be. Yeah.
that does seem pretty.
It's just kind of embarrassing. Like, you know what? You
Like if I
you
were
go to
your
van
guys'
space
if
and
I
just
were your
sing over
guys'
the mic, I'm
neighbor,
like, you're just
and I kept
empty
hearing
room
somebody
and a
yelling
mic.
like,
Yeah.
"I come from the hills of the valleys down below," I'm like, dude, can you shut the fuck up?
Talking about eating
But-
your wife and shitting your child. Yeah, that's just really. My Ethiopian neighbors would love that.
Oh
They're
man,
on the way to church. Yeah. it's
I used to
perfect.
have.
Oh, is that you again?
I used to live in a fucking apartment, and I'm telling you, man, our first few days there,
Articulating.
Yeah.
our first few days there was
Articulating.
nothing but noise
That's a big
complaints.
word for me. I apologize.
We
You start busting over fucking.
we
three
got
syllables.
2 noise complaints in our first week in our apartment.
I don't even say so.
And so everybody would think, oh well, you and your pal that you lived with were 2 big party people. But we weren't partying. We were literally drinking 4 Loco Golds and playing Madden 17. And
Oh,
we
that's
would yell.
partying?
You're just a couple
scream,
guys in an
fucking
apartment.
losers.
Yeah.
Yep,
Who
couple
you
guys in
were
an
with.
apartment. But we lived next to this spooky old lady, dude. I'm telling you, this was like the spookiest shit ever.
Oh yeah, one of those.
Like, because naturally I get home fucking late at night.
Did she have weird
This
shit
fucking
over
this
her
fucking
curtains?
this fucking old lady would have her door wide open at like 2
In the
or
apartment
3 a.m.
hallway?
in an apartment hallway. She was at the very end of the hallway, and I was right next to her.
Weird.
She'd have her door wide open every time. And every time I'd have to walk to my door, I'd have to get the key in and unlock it and shit. And I'd be looking in her apartment. She's sitting in the middle of her fucking living room. There's no TV, no nothing. There's just a chair and a table. And she's sitting in the chair with the door wide open. It fucking freaked the hell out of me.
That's weird.
super
And when our
fucking weird.
power went out in the apartment, our power went out all the time. Because I don't know what it was.
I'd
but
rather have like
Greenwood's
a
just
group
shitty.
of ethnic teenagers standing behind me in an alleyway than like a weird old white lady with a
Seriously,
door open.
though.
But that's weird. It's eerie.
like
Eerie, it's creepy. It's fucking
like
weird.
Any of our customers.
And so our fucking power went out, and I get home, and so I get home. I was at
Did I
my
say
dad's
ethnic?
house. I was at my dad's house, and yeah, Gib, you said ethnic. What does that mean, huh?
I was just trying to be as vague
As a
possible.
Mexican American myself, what does ethnic mean?
Is fucking
But-
racist or some shit.
So, I get back from my fucking dad's house,
I
and
was saying old white ladies are way scarier than
anything.
Anything.
Oh,
Ethnics.
absolutely,
Anything. at all.
absolutely.
I spell ethnics with an X.
They're the ones
by
who want
way.
to talk to your
I'm
manager and
fucking
everything.
In this
Dude,
1998.
Benji just fucking smashed his skull against my knee to go get the toy.
Benji just runs around all day, smashing his fucking head into everything.
He's a fucking
Yeah.
savage, man.
He
I like
is.
this dude.
Yeah, he's a fucking savage. I love him. He's got to get his haircut so he looks nice and suede. He looks
Yeah,
like
it's
a
getting,
suede
it's getting
Carson.
warm,
I feel like
dude.
I'm
It's getting
fucking
warm.
He'd fucking
volume
love you
here.
for it. It'll suck for a day, but then he's like,
But yeah, he'll be fucking happy.
Yeah, Christian, I feel like I'm probably fucking with the volume here.
You're fucking with your microphone. You should stop fucking moving
Wait,
your
can you hear it
microphone
on your
back
end
and
there?
forth. I can hear it.
they're a college boy.
I can hear everything. I fucking
sound college boy.
bouncing
What's
back
going
and forth. Anyway,
It's great.
the power went out in the apartment, and I get home, and I naturally wasn't gonna stay home with the power out because it was like 7:30 in the wintertime, and there's no lights, no nothing, and I'm not gonna sit there in the fucking dark for that long, and then have to have my phone charged to have an alarm clock go off in the morning. So I get home to pack my bag, and everything is dark. So I have to go up the dark ass stairway, and I have my flashlight on my phone, and that's all I have. I get up to my fucking floor, which is the 3rd floor. I open the door, and my apartment's literally like right next to this old lady's. Her door is wide open, in pitch black, in a power outage,
And
I
no
have-
furniture.
and
Just a
a fucking
chair and a turned-off TV.
and a table.
Boobers.
I'm telling you, the goose pimples that this brought your boy was a little bit too much to handle. I saw that the door was open, and I really freaked out. And that was because, like, one of the movie series that I've really been into at the time was that, like, quarantine / REC horror movie where it's like those dudes are locked in the apartment.
Oh, wasn't it called Quarantine?
And it's, yeah. Oh, there's Quarantine and REC. REC is the Spain one. Quarantine's the American one. They're both spooky, and they're both
I didn't
like...
see the Spanish one.
They're fucking freaky. They're both. They're
I
all
saw Quarantine
fucking
was pretty good. It had a Dexter's sister in it.
And so yeah, so all I could think about
Life in
was
real
that
life.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, right.
I'm walking to my apartment. All I can think
Gross.
about is that fucking scary scene with the old lady in the hallway who charges after one of them, and I'm like,
you just-
fuck. Did Dexter
Fucker
just
just
fart?
blew ass on me.
Well, yeah, and he thinks he's an old guy. He's got another fucking 15 years left in his life, but he fucking farts and pukes like an old person. I don't get it. And he's
Old
healthy.
people
Dude,
He's
fucking
healthy.
speaking
Cute.
of
I thought
fucking
old people
farting
just
and
like
puking-
farted and got constipated.
Dude, fucking speaking about farting puking, my fucking dog puked on my fucking bed last night. I got like 3 hours of sleep because of that.
Like a full on good
Like
one.
full on fucking. My fan was on, so we didn't hear it wake up or anything. Fucking dog.
Dude, that
cracked
was-
it all over the fucking bed.
I'm not even mad. I'm proud of you.
Vito, your
That
microphone's
was a
like
really good fart.
your
though,
your
dog.
microphone's too far away. I can't
It
fucking
was
hear
fucking
you.
gross.
Well,
And
don't fucking lean it like that.
shit.
That one's what?
That which one? Oh, Dexter.
If he was a boxer, his name would be Gaseous Gay. Fucking,
Yeah, he's a.
he winked at me and just like
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Man.
You didn't hear none.
He,
But then I'm basking in the ambiance right now. Like this
Yeah.
is.
he's
look,
a.
look at him now. He's rubbing.
Right,
it.
he's rubbing up
he
against
has
your
no
neck.
respect for me.
He's trying to lick your ear.
he's
Next thing you know, he's gonna lick your ear and ooh.
And I can't
Soon
do anything
it'll
but
all
just
be
bow
over.
down to his alpha. Like I can't. There's
Yeah.
nothing I can do, man.
Brown down.
But dude, I'm telling you, spooky apartments. It happens. Don't fuck with that. But yeah, when it comes to yelling in your apartment, it's not ideal. So I definitely
So
understand.
that's the script that's always like calling the manager.
That's you know,
Like, I hear gunfire. Like they're playing. Call
she's
of
the one
Duty,
that's
like,
calling the fucking. She's the one that's calling the fucking our landlord, but yet she's the one who leaves her door open at 3:00 in the morning and is scaring the shit out of me. But then eventually our landlord got. She got involved with who we were and figured out what we were and
Yeah.
she didn't give.
And
a
you
fuck
weren't like a
anymore.
problem. You're not throwing
Yeah,
big
we're
parties.
not-
You're
yeah.
fucking 4 guys playing fucking video games at the most, right?
And
Like,
she would get complaints on the regular for a year straight. It was just like nothing but noise complaints
Give me that.
from our neighbor. But then she stopped kind of taking that shit seriously. And so then every time
glad she
would,
got it.
every time she'd get a call, it'd be the same thing. Oh, there's a bunch of people yelling next door and they're having a party. Yeah, she didn't fucking care. Fucking landlord was like, dude, they're young. They're young. They're drunk. Who gives a fuck? And so it's like, our apartment was the shit. I miss it, but it's not ideal to live in an apartment.
I like
Obviously.
this setup over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Wait,
House
you live
rocks.
here or Vito lives here?
Nope.
I live here.
You live here with his brother. Perfect.
Yeah.
Got it. I knew it. I got it nailed.
My brother lives over there on Holman Road. He lives over there by that
Oh, he's
Chevron
chilling?
McDonald's, that scary Chevron McDonald's.
Dude, I live
That's
like
weird.
fucking
The one that I used
It's a
to
weird
work in.
spot, yeah. Well, you
I used to
worked
work
there?
in that fucking place.
way.
They transferred me from UW McDonald's to fucking Chevron McDonald's, and I
Dude,
was like, "What
You
the
think
fuck?"
you'd be a little jaded, but you're a former employee and you still say, "This scary fucking Chevron."
Scary fucking Chevron. That place
So
sucked.
that's saying something. What's up, bud?
Yeah.
He's gonna
Dude, don't bust
nestle
on me.
up. Nestle up. There he goes.
He just does it to establish dominance.
That's
He's
true.
like, hey, by the way, you think I'm being all cute? Scratch my back. And then he takes off too.
Yep.
You saw him,
He can't smell his own ass.
Dude, he fully
Fuck no.
leopard spread, like he was like a leopard laying on a gazelle on some tree in fucking Africa, and then just stared at me like a little bitch. Like I'm just nothing to him.
What a bitch.
I'm just a little bitch.
So Vito, what's up, man? Are you still fucking playing Final Fantasy or what?
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Oh,
You-
the 15?
You gotta
Yep.
fucking.
Well, 14, but also 15 actually recently.
Is it like $20 yet?
What?
Just like a used copy of it.
Probably? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Because like, I want to do, but dude, I can't get with the K-pop shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about that
It's just-
K-pop shit.
Just like, wait, hold on.
I remember that's
I'm
what
gonna
fucking.
fucking stab you, bro. There's-
Let me flip my hair back. And stab
yeah, I
you in
can't
the
like
fucking-
pantomime
in the
shit
stomach.
because
Fuck no. You got
no
those big
camera.
ass swords, and it's like, you're hearing that fucking
Yup.
wild ass music, Deja vu.
Dude, fucking
I've been in
Final
this
Fantasy
place
VII
before.
remake is
Hayato
fucking
the seat.
in the works.
oh, is that you again?
Gib, your band should make a K-pop song. That shit would be
Fucking
great.
hilarious.
But so Gib and I are both
But who's
playing
gonna
the
play the
same
instruments,
game.
though?
Both Gib and I are playing the same game.
Oh yeah, the fucking the Wildlands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking shoot shit.
because remember like, I picked it up a couple months ago, and then they're pushing it. I'm like, free play days. I already own that shit. I'm like, why are they pushing it so hard? And then we like figured it out.
Now we
Because-
figured
and
it
then,
out.
And then you sent me that thing. I'm like, oh shit.
So I thought that this whole
I hope they fix like some of the stuff.
they
There
definitely
be some more like,
100%.
dude, I want to be able to fucking walk up and stab somebody.
That I agree.
Because I have to like.
I hate that it's like you have to
I'm
walk
behind
like
him, he
right
doesn't
next
see
to him.
me, and I've got super good sneak, but I can't just like stab him. I have to still shoot him in the back of the
You
head.
can knock him out. You can knock him out. But
but it's not
knocking
as-
him out, it's not as fun.
It's
You
not
gotta
like a
stab him.
knife.
Yeah, fuck no.
Yeah.
You're not knocking them out. And while they're all sleeping too, when you go to like invade a camp or like a outpost
Everybody likes knife guy.
and everybody's
bad
sleeping,
movies, yeah.
you should be able to fucking just knife them.
Yeah, dude, yeah, because I got to fucking use a freaking whatever the hell I got that silence.
And when
yeah.
you shoot them with a silenced gun in the same room that other people are sleeping
across
in,
the room,
they
yeah.
fucking wake up. So you have to knock them all out. Takes forever, and anybody who's like patrolling the camp could find you because you're not hurrying the fuck up. I think they should also add a first person element to it, not other than just aiming your gun.
Yeah.
They should have the ability to move back and forth from a first person to a third person. But I personally choose third person in that game. But there are moments where it's
my
like
pistol
fuck,
and
I
my
wish-
shotgun are always over the shoulder.
Oh fuck
But
yeah.
my like whatever, if I'm using a sniper rifle or assault rifle, like that one's I need some precision.
Yeah. When you go and invade a town, you need to have the gun that's for when everything goes wrong. So you have your gun that's silenced and it's ready to go, but you have to have your gun that's like ready to go when you fuck up and somebody finds a body.
That's the shotgun.
That's the shotgun. That's where you get your fucking shotgun from.
I've only got
But-
2 shotguns and like I think 3 assault rifles or 4 maybe.
Well, I think there's a whole bunch of guns, but I think you can only carry 2 primaries, 1 secondary.
Yeah, oh no, I got you. But I mean like we start scrolling down. Here's the bottom of your list, and it hasn't even touched like the top part of the little meter. I don't know why I'm showing you with my hands. No one can see it. But like, then you just scroll down. Now it's still going. It just keeps
That fucking
fucking
thing,
going.
yep.
I'm like, I'm not gonna unlock all that shit. I mean, some of them, sure. Are
That
paid
shit
for.
is deep.
Some
Well, a
it's
lot
paid
of them,
for.
a lot of them is now paid for because they added loot boxes to the multiplayer. But I've
Of course
never,
they did.
Sorry, buddy.
I've never played multiplayer in that game. But the one thing I do respect about
What game you
Ubisoft
guys
is
talking about again?
Wildlands, Ghost Recon.
Wildlands.
Is they didn't
It
add,
took
they
me a while
didn't,
to get into it. I owned
they
it for like a
didn't
couple months
add,
until
they
you
didn't
mentioned
add
it.
fucking
Yeah.
loot boxes into that shit until like a year and a half, almost 2 years after its original release. So then they finally were like, you know what, you guys can, if people don't want to really play through it that much, they can just buy all the guns that you can unlock. But you can unlock just about every gun that they have in loot boxes if you play the campaign 100% of the way through. Because I've played it 100%. I have 100% of that game before. What's that? No, he's going to go take a piss. I'm good, man.
Dude, I purposely grabbed some because I thought you guys were cool.
Oh, shit. Well,
Oh, no, actually, just so I could be awake.
yeah, dude, that's why we called this one the interview with a vampire. You fucking hit me up at 9 a.m. When I woke up, you texted me.
I just got home at 9 a.m.
You texted me and you were like, I just got home, call me at 1. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I
This is going to be
I was
interesting.
walking to the QFC to grab a bottle of Kettle One.
Holy fuck.
And then I stuffed that in the back of my pants and went to the pub up the street and just like drank with. Well, I peeled off a little bit before I walked in there, obviously, but like, I just sat there with like a big, like cylindrical bottle of vodka sticking
Stick it
out
out of your
ass
pocket. Oh, shit.
while I'm drinking well vodka. Why did I spend good shit on my own stuff at home? But I'm like, I'll take the well at the bar. Like, yeah,
Dude, I'm the same way. I'll go to the bar and I'll ask for well.
it's a good little haunt. So like,
But I'll go-
you get a good pour.
I'll go to the fucking, I'll go to the store and I'll buy something nice. I won't buy Monarch or Skull or anything like that. I buy, what should you say, Platinum and up.
Platinum, dude, it's not bad, man.
Not bad. $15.99 for a half gallon, and it's not bad vodka. It's not bad at all.
Well, look at like like Grey
It's
Goose
fucking
is
nice out.
freaking corn ethanol. They ship it over to freaking to Hennessy in France, and then they just do it a couple more times.
That's it.
It's fucking
All it is
corn
just-
ethanol. It's not. It's
Filtration.
you can make vodka out of fucking whatever, but like that's insulting.
But
But
the
at
one
least they
thing that
shipped it
you
over
could
there,
do, the one
you
thing
know.
you could do is, this is like the big thing, was like the Brita filter hack, where you'd buy shitty vodka and
You know, I never tried that.
you just distill it yourself. It fucking works. It works.
Doesn't distill, but yeah, like the charcoal apparently like
Doesn't
those things
distill
everywhere.
it, but you get to.
You look at Platinum says like charcoal filtered on it, fucking but it also says 7 times distilled. That means that it actually went through that
The whole
sublimation
process,
yeah.
7 times. But you don't distill it, sorry, you filter it. So you filter it about, when you buy
Yeah, 'cause I
a
don't
shitty
think
bottle.
they would not have like actually evaporated it, made alcohol out of it 7 times. Bullshit. It went through a fucking charcoal filter. I think you're on it. I think you're right. I'm like, wait a minute. I paid $14 for a fucking half. Nah, fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a
fuck
liar.
you, fuck
You're a
no.
liar, yeah.
And even without fucking throwing it through the Brita filter, I still will fuck with a half gallon Platinum. It's
Dude,
good shit.
It's not bad, man. I'm okay with even like Seagram's fucking extra smooth vodka is fucking not bad.
Seagram's is not bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
I don't fuck with. See, there's Vitalis and there's Skull,
So-
and those are the two that I avoid with
I haven't-
my
I haven't had
entire
a lot of
fucking
vodka,
life.
but
I almost have to like
from my
dislike someone to buy
experience,
that.
most
Like,
of it tastes like pure alcohol, and I can't handle that like chemical taste.
For which one?
For most vodkas I've tried.
how's
Like
kettle
that-
or
like
Stoli is okay?
the-
or?
Kettles
The
is
two
nice.
I've had here
That kettle was
are pretty
fucking
good.
good. You had Sky, and then you had
Yeah.
Kettle.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't Sky, was it? Because you said it was something else.
Oh,
Sky
you're
vodka.
right. Yeah, there's it was,
Wait, is this-
somebody brought a half gallon Monarch, and
If
nobody
it
wanted to
tastes
drink
like
it.
Smirnoff, I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Nobody wanted to drink
Before I
it, so
even
we
drink it.
so we poured it in the Sky bottle, and then all of a sudden you put it in the Sky bottle, and everybody wants some. So we got rid of our fucking shitty Monarch because people think it's Sky. So that's like that was our little hack here.
I had a buddy that used to
Well,
work
house
with me.
hack.
Yeah, I had a buddy that used to work with me at the Met Grill, and when you buy the last shot of Louis XIV, you get that crystal bottle, so it's hand blown crystal, and so he has this, and he's got just regular old just fucking VSOP, and I think it was like Hennessy too, and he pours some of it into this fucking like this Remy Louis bottle, which
Right.
it's $150 a shot.
Fuck.
But so it's empty though, but you get the bottle if you buy the last shot. So he's poured that in there, and he's like, this chick, she's like, oh, I've had the Visa, I've had fucking like this. I'm like, oh, but have you tried? Dude, this is $150 a shot. She's like, oh, I know it's different. And he's just like, I'm gonna fuck you so insanely hard, or just kick you out because like I just you're such a dumb liar.
But dude, people
But then,
really
like,
can't
what-
tell the
but, like,
fucking difference.
yeah, dude.
It's the placebo effect. You know, that's all it is.
Dude, people can't tell the difference between like Gato Negro and like a really fine Cab Sav. Like just like
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And
I can't tell the difference between good and better, but I can tell the difference between bad and good.
I know what I like for under $20.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Me too.
That's my level of sophistication.
One thing I've always wanted to try was if you could buy non-alcoholic beer, and get somebody drunk off of it. Because you told them it was regular beer.
I feel like that's happened before with some other kind of drinks as well.
Yeah, they did that shit on Donahue once.
Yeah, Donahue.
They did that shit on Donahue.
John Donahue.
But you know, I've always wondered about that, and I've always wondered if it works. You know, because
I think for some people it does, because there's some people who are really fucking dumb.
I think so, man. I think you have to be dumb because I've tried non-alcoholic beer.
I think there's a certain kind of lack of intelligence that exists within humanity that allows them to perform certain miracles in their own mind that you and I just couldn't do.
And I've tried non-alcoholic beer plenty of times before, you know, like...
I personally haven't.
I've tried it before drinking regular beer. So it's like, you know, you have one non-alcoholic and then you have one regular beer. You can taste the fucking difference right off the bat. So if anybody tried to pull that shit, it wouldn't fucking work. And I think getting drunk off of beer takes me a little bit too much. So I don't think anybody would try that experiment with me. It's like if I were to look at you and try to feed you fucking O'Doul's instead of like regular old beer.
Or fucking lights instead of vodka.
Or, well, I mean,
in my case.
The lights will work. Lights work. Don't fucking knock the lights, man.
Well, lights don't work for me unless I have like fucking 30 of them. And then
That's true.
Stomach's cardboard and I feel like shit.
I've always wondered how many Michelob Ultras I could hammer before getting hammered. It always makes me wonder. Dexter, shut up.
Well, okay, so I guess there is the whole shotgunning thing, and I haven't really done
shotgunning will get you there quicker because you're literally just inhaling alcohol.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And then super shooters. Super shooters will get you there too.
But like
super shooters
six or
are
7
intimidating.
shots and I'm good, and so like I don't even really fuck with beer that much.
6 or 7 shots. God damn.
What?
That's a fucking lot of shots, dude.
That's like a single shot for me. Is like 6 or 7.
A single shot for you is 6 or 7. So one super shooter is a single shot for you. That's fucking bullshit. I don't think you've never held a super shooter, and I think that's why you're making that comparison because super shooter is 6 shots. And when you're holding a fucking 6 shot,
you gave me 3 shots.
You're looking at it and you're
I had
like,
a beer,
fuck.
and then I poured myself another drink.
Okay, granted, you could slam it. I could slam it too, but it's not ideal. Because if you have one super shooter and then you keep drinking, all that shit's gonna creep up out of nowhere.
I drank.
Then
whiskey.
you're fucked.
I drank whiskey that somebody else was paying for 10 hours.
That's fucking nuts. All catered whiskey.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what, dude? Ever since I went on the keto train, I haven't been able to bounce back to dark liquor. I just don't really enjoy dark liquor anymore.
See, for me, whiskey's kind of like a light liquor.
Like, vodka for me is ideal. I love vodka, and I hadn't liked it before I went keto.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get into vodka because of the really shitty like chemical tasting ones that I had.
Like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it just tastes like fucking.
See, I've heard my girlfriend make the same resemblance. That it tastes like fucking rubbing alcohol, and I get it does. Sometimes when you drink fucking Vitalis or all that other bullshit.
Smirnoff or some shit.
Yeah. You know, there's shitty vodkas out there, but there's also really good ones.
Yeah.
But, goddamn, dude, it's weird recording an episode without Joe. We miss him. Rest in peace.
But
he's coming back.
We have our own beef to.
We've got our own beef. I'm just glad we got the vamp in here.
We got the Gib.
We've got the Gib.
The notorious GIB.
You see me a half an hour after you start. So how am I a vampire?
Because you go to bed at 9 a.m. or you're still up at 9 a.m.
On my required day off. Thank you, Vito, by the way.
Yeah.
Vito saved his ass.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
But I think...
Dude, you know what? You really held it down today.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
I think one thing I'll ask you, Gibbs, are you going to join the show again? Would you like to join the show
I
again?
would love to. We'll see what...
I told you it was going to be a little bit easier than going on a fucking radio show.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
Because even though we're technically under the talk radio podcast shit, we're just all about having a good conversation, good time.
Yeah, this is really chill, man.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
And
Sorry
so
I'm so flaky, man. I'm just tired.
it happens.
I
Fuck.
drink a lot.
I'm glad I made your show last night. I'm glad you made our show today.
Can you hear him on the mic over there?
I can barely hear him, but I think I'm gonna call it right now. I think we're gonna send it on our way out, and
I think it's gonna be donezo for this episode here.
I think so.
Finishing it out. We usually have Joe doing the plugins.
Doing the plugs, but unfortunately, I don't have the plugs available and ready to go. You can find us on Twitter.
Podcast.
What are we advertising this week, guys?
What are we advertising? What's a good advertisement? Send us a good
I'm
advertisement.
gonna plug my band, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Plug your band.
Scorpiknox. When you absolutely are not sure, most of the time, get an abortion and buy a Scorpiknox record.
Fuck yeah. Buy a t-shirt too.
I don't know what that means.
Because I would get $20. Buy a t-shirt.
you owe me $20.
I owe you
asshole.
$20. But fuck yeah. Buy a t-shirt, buy their album.
Dude, my own brothers were bitching. He's like, dude, really? Who's on the bill? I'm like, I got one person on the bill. I shouldn't even mention that I had like one freebie. Who? I'm like, Christian, you just met him. He's like, really? I'm your fucking brother, man. He's trying to guilt trip me.
That's hilarious.
I'm just glad, hey,
Those fuckers go to like half of my shows.
I'm fucking really
there
glad
was
I
only
made
there
the
was
show.
only fucking 2 other Gormleys.
Shit.
There's usually like another one.
Damn.
Yeah. Just
But
one.
anyway, you guys, we thank you guys so much for joining in today. We know that Joe isn't here to join us today, but he's with us in spirit, and we'll be back to engineer the session tomorrow. So with that being said, we love you folks. Hope you had a good hour with the Beefy Boys, and plus Gib. Fucking love Gib.
Also, Ben,
Has it been an hour?
Glad to have you. It's been an hour.
No shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shit goes fast when you're partying naked, dude.
Having
Was I
shit
actually,
and
like-
doing fun.
Articulating it all? Like,
Well, you were talking.
we'll find out.
We'll
Yeah,
find out.
we'll
You'll
find
find out, will you? Well, anyway, thank you, folks. Have a good day.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for catching another episode of the Beefy Boys Club
Yeah.
Podcast. I feel like Shih Tzu is just how Japanese people say shit.
Probably.
Shits.
Oh, Shih Tzu.
They're from Tibet, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So, Gib, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you move the microphone a little bit closer to you, so that way you can lean back and relax.
So phallic.
Yeah. You want the phallic in your mouth.
Just about.
Right up
Yeah.
in my guts.
How's mine? Am I good?
Lift yours up a tad bit closer to your mouth.
Oh, hold on.
Is this close enough?
Get it closer to your suck hole.
Is this good?
I'm gonna turn you up, both of you. Go ahead and talk, Gib.
How do I sound in there, mister?
Ooh. Sounding fucking.
So how am I?
But if I
sounding
look this
over
way,
here?
you can't hear it. But if I look straight, I'm good. But if I look this way,
You
it
can
sucks.
actually hear.
You can hear it. It's just it goes
It's
back
just
and
less
forth.
direct.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it has.
But I'll try to keep it there.
It has a frontal receiver.
This is the rate I'm like trying to respond
But
to
it's
like
also
other people's
really
questions. I'm
strong.
like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
like,
But no, I can hear you pretty. I can hear you good from there.
So
Vito?
it's a frontal receiver, but it's also very strong.
It
So
works both
it'll,
on the sides.
It'll work on the sides as well.
Just
a
not
little
behind
bit.
the mic.
Yeah,
But
it's a directional receiver, but it'll pick you up if it's close enough, and even if you're like a little bit to the
what's
side.
on Vito's leg?
Dexter's just licking his
Old
leg
deli shit,
because it's all
obviously.
deli.
Oh, yeah, you just get off work. Oh, you're covered in just good
Oh
shit.
yeah, I'm just covered.
goodness.
I was on case too.
you wait
Fucking
until
day
they
before
find your
Mother's
fucking
Day.
shoes.
Day before Mother's Day,
Oh.
fucking case morning.
I think sauce is the only
Dude,
thing
I
keeping my
sold-
shoes together.
I sold 3 cases of kale, 3 cases of fucking corn, a case of broccoli, and like 8 bags of fucking
Oh, you mean like
Beets.
the broccoli salad and the like with it?
the superfood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking sold so much fucking bullshit salad today. There was like 5 salads that sold like all of it.
I like that broccoli superfood was on the GS like 3 weeks ago.
I
Or,
know
like-
everything's so fucking dumb right now. It doesn't even make any sense, and that allows me to just not give a fuck.
Well, it was annoying when like the new manager comes in, and I get he's making a difference, and I get it. It's a transition. That's cool. And we're starting to